Hello, my people. This is this Matt. I want to say long time. I'm sorry that I have not been dropping some little content of my thoughts, but as you can see, we thank God for another December has just entered. We want to appreciate God, and I can't say anything that you say. God is just so merciful, and I appreciate Him for His preservation. So, quick one. There are about three or four things I just want to discuss with us, which I really want us to do during this season, and it's something to do and something to avoid. And I just want us to. One thing I want us to do, which is the most important things any human being can do, is to give thanks. Whatever is the result like, please give thanks. Do you know why you have to give thanks? If you don't give thanks, you're going to live a life of regret, because you will think that you haven't achieved anything. Number one, that you are alive and healthy is an achievement. There are people who from January to up to date, they are still lying down in what? At the hospital spending money. Many people lose their life. So you must learn how to take your time, meditate, and look at how God has been so kind to you before starting blaming yourself and said, I haven't achieved this. Whatever is your goal for this year, either the short one, maybe you want to achieve one in first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter didn't happen. We are the last quarter of the year. Look at your journey. There are things that God have done for you. So you must live a life of thanksgiving. Okay? That is number one. Number two, now sit down and look at what you have achieved so far. After you must have listed and give thanks, what those things you are not able to meet up, then examine yourself. Where did I come in here? Is it my attitude? Is it because I was not proactive enough? Is it there are some things I'm supposed to engage which I did not do, I procrastinate? When you look at those things, you now know, okay, this is where I come short. So you now rearrange yourself as, okay, by next year, I must make sure I achieve this. Okay? So look at the one maybe in time of government policy applied, then you know how to put yourself together. Those ones that you have achieved, how do you want to improve? What do you do? For example, this year I was able to go through some courses that enable me to improve my life, in my career, in my business, search for more ideas. There was a time I dropped a content about when the new government was swelling, and I said it clearly. I said, now that Tinubu has been swelling, our new president, what is your goal? What do you want to do? Nobody knew dollar is going to rise to 1,000 something. And I knew that no matter how hard it is, if you are not prepared, don't think any government is going to come in as I sharing money. They won't share money, but they will share money unknowingly to us. How? There are some policies that they are going to roll out. If you are not proactive, you have not put yourself in the right place, you won't be able to achieve. So you must always look at, what am I doing? This thing I'm doing, does it really kind of improve me in any way? In my career? In financial aspect? So if you don't have those things, if you don't be proactive, you can't position yourself. So look at what you have achieved, look at what you are here to achieve, then examine yourself life, where you're supposed to adjust, where you're supposed to what? We're supposed to improve, what you're supposed to abandon, and then what you're supposed to do. That is the second one. Third one, as December is approached, have it in mind by January, for people who are not millionaires, for people who you are still struggling in your financial area of your life, don't do more than yourself. Just live within your comfort. Live within what you have. Live within your income. Remember, by January, you are still going to pay school fees. So you need to know, if you are young and maybe you needed to kick exam, maybe you have an exam that you needed to pay for by next year, or there's a particular business you want to enter, please save your money. Don't go beyond what you have. Whatever you have, manage. December is about Thanksgiving for December. You don't need to go and rob bank before you do December. I'm telling you the fact. Have a meeting with your family. Let them know this was on ground. Whatever it is, you should manage it and live a life. December will come and it will go. By January, people will leave you with your problem. So don't go beyond your limit. Okay? Don't go beyond your limit. Live within what you have. Live within your income, within what your plan. That is number 3. Number 4. Be careful of where you go. Your way. If your mind is telling you not to travel, you don't need it. Look at the money you want to use to travel home. Put it together. Look at it, even 1.5 quarter of it. If it's big enough, send it to your people. Let them have a very wonderful December. By the time you send the money, when your mind is telling you don't move, please be conscious of that. Learn how to listen to God when God is giving you some things, some messages. Okay? I'm not saying this is Africa, this is Africa. No, what we are trying to say is this. There's a way God speaks to us, but if we are not very careful, we may not understand. The road is going to be very jam-packed. The road is going to be, everybody want to move, but if you realize that your spirit is not moving, my brother, sit down. It is not by force to travel. Okay? So, then, to round it up, what is your plan for next year? Start planning now, not January. Start examining yourself. Look at what you think is right. Examine yourself. Look at what you're supposed to see. You want to marry, it didn't work too far. You want to open a business, it did not come. To look at what you have done. Maybe there are some things you're supposed to acquire, some knowledge you're supposed to acquire. For example, there are some things I wanted to do this year, but which I believe God really showed me what I needed to put together, so that even though when I go into such business, when I go in that career, I will not fail. So be prepared for next year. Be prepared. Now sit down, look at what you're supposed to remove, what you're supposed to add, upgrade in your thinking. Okay? So, there's not much to say than to say December is here. And you can still do it. You can still make it. But be careful. Don't overspeed. And make sure that you live within your income. And don't go beyond that. And look at what you can do next year. By the grace of God, I'll be dropping a content in a series now that can show us what we believe we can do. Online, offline. To add to what we have. And remain blessed. So that is just my short message, and I believe with God value. This is your Day Smart. Enjoy the rest of your day, and happy new